Foxy, you just gotta get to the top of that hill right there.
Okay, so one thing that I like to do for sure is make sure my horses know how to flex. And that's to get their necks nice and soft. And this is a 2-year-old that I'm working with, other side girl, that I'm training to be my next barrel horse. And I want to make sure that her neck is nice and soft. And for the first about 15 rides that I put on her, I used the hackamore so I wouldn't be in her mouth as much because she is just learning. She's never been rode before I had her. And so I just wanted to be able to train her to neck rein and to be able to flex and to be able to round up her rib cage, so when I do transition her over to a bit, that she's already ready for that. So I can enforce this neck reining in to help her so that she knows how to neck rein. And if I enforce that whenever I'm training her and put the neck rein on her when I'm going around the barrel, then that'll keep me out of her mouth and where she's used to having the bit in her mouth, but not harshly.
Let you be helpful? Yeah. What are you doing, Fox?
Can we not do this? Is that a possibility?
Putting on the bridle with the bit, take 1.
Come here. Easy. Easy. Come on.
Oh, look at her go.
Okay,
Such a good girl.
Okay, so what I'm using on her, I ended up going through a couple of different bits. She doesn't really like a snaffle all that much, which was the training bit that I had on her for the first couple of weeks. So what I have on her now is Martha Josie's $1 Million bit with the dog bone break. And she seems to like the tube break on the bit more than a snaffle. So
You don't have to be in the face of the camera 24/7. I know you're a diva, but stop.
So after a couple different bit changes, this is the one I think she's more comfortable with. So I want to make her as comfortable as possible whenever I start getting her transition to a bit.
Sunny has entered the frame.
Sunny has entered the frame. And now I will show y'all some of our different exercises that I do with her. Alright, so now that I've transitioned her over to the bit, I'm going to just do the same exercises to make sure she's nice and soft in her mouth. She's wanting to anticipate a little bit. And I'm just going to get her used to me pulling up in this motion as if I was going around a barrel. So she's giving a little bit of tension there. There you go, good girl. Now whenever I go to turn her, and if you're just starting out with a horse or trying to fix a horse's problem, you don't want to go around the barrel and just yank their mouth out and everything. So what I'm doing with her, since she doesn't really know how to go around the barrels very well, is I'll adjust with this neck rein to help her out. And I'll involve my inside foot to get her butt around so that she makes that nice, she softens up her rib cage and she makes a nice small circle. And if she stops like that, you just want to bump her just a little bit to encourage her to move forward. And I'm still involving this neck rein so that she figures out how to go around. And see, I'm not really pulling back on the reins whenever I back her up. That's another thing that you want to be able to do with your horse, is to where they rely on your leg pressure and your voice. And that's how I like to train all my horses. I don't really like to be in their mouths a whole lot, just in case there are some problems. They do get their teeth done regularly and if needed. So she has not gotten her teeth done since she's been here. So I'm pretty sure that's one thing that we're gonna have to do next year in the spring, is when I'm thinking about probably getting her done for that. So now we're gonna go to the other side, and I'm gonna incorporate this neck rein on her. And she listens more to this outside rein. And I'm just applying just a little bit of pressure on this outside rein so that she understands that, hey, I need to go this way, but I'm not enforcing a whole lot of force in this inside rein. Good girl. So if y'all have any other questions, be sure to comment down below on other tips and stuff that y'all would like if y'all are having trouble with your horse and having a little bit trouble getting around the barrels or whatever. If you have issues getting up from the ground on your horse and he's not standing still or whatever, feel free to comment down below. And this is a lot. I'm starting her from the ground up. I'm trying to incorporate a great foundation on her so that she's not that hard and I don't have to put too much force in her mouth. And let's see how she turns out next year.
So this is a video of one of the tune-ups that I usually do with my horses, and I don't go real fast. I just do about walk, trot, maybe a lope. And right here you can see that I'm showing that my leg is lined up with the barrel. Then I back up my horse and then I'll bring him around. Now this usually helps with horses that are shouldering the barrels. And as I head to the second barrel, I'm going to do the same thing. One of them that I was doing with him right here is I bring him all the way past the barrel where he understands not to put his shoulder in it. Then I back him up. And I'll just do one tune-up where it's my leg lined up with the barrels, and then the other tune-up is the whole body goes past the barrel, just so that they understand the concept of not shouldering the barrels. And those are just two of them that you could do, that I do the tune-ups with my horses. And as I bring him to a stop right here, I'm going to back him up, pulsing my hands to let him know that once he backs up, I'm going to release to reward him. Release is reward to his perspective. They were cheap. Come on.
Let's go fast.
They were on sale. They had a discount, 100% off.
All natural.
Where'd you get them from?
So this is Foxy's second trail ride back behind the house, and we're on a hunt. Huh? We're on a hunting lease right now, so that's why we got the orange, so that we don't get shot back here, and we're staying on the main road.
World still spins. What did I miss? I did in the late 80s. Oh, wide world. Came back to this.
Chloe's our radio for the trail ride.
Landed on my desk from the first one.
Foxy, you just gotta get to the top of that hill right there. She doesn't like that idea.
I'm going to pick sunflowers.
Oh boy.